Well, I worked with Lee. I mean, Lee Percy cut the most extraordinary performance for Hilary Swank, and for Chloe Sevigny, and all those actors. I mean, I really credit Lee with just how great the performances in Boys Don't Cry are, and I credit him again with the wonderful performances in this movie. He did an exquisite job editing, as he always does. He cuts great performance and great action.
Kim, when you talked to Brian De Palma and told him that you were going to be making this movie, what kind of, did he give you advice? What did he say?
He did. Well, the first thing is that the fact that he was even open to it being reimagined and open to me doing it was very humbling, and I was very happy for that. And of course, we went through the different scenes, and he told me concerns that he had, and it just was a great privilege.
Some of the elements that you used to reimagine it for present day, can you comment on those, like using Facebook and
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that what King wrote in his novel Carrie was extraordinary. I think it was timely, timeless, and oddly enough, more relevant today than it was then. And I think he kind of saw into the future. So in particular, when I was reimagining this, I knew it was vital that we made an utterly contemporary story. Well, what's changed about our world? Social networking. We all walk around with a cell phone, most of us. We're usually on that cell phone texting, calling, photographing, filming. What do we do then? We upload it. When we upload it, people pass it around, and it has both good and ill effects on people. And I knew that that was an inherently important fabric in any modern movie, but particularly in a movie set in a high school where that's what the kids are doing all day long.
When you reimagine a film that's already had a very famous predecessor, is that daunting? And what extra pressure does that put on you?
Well, I think it's daunting insofar it's humbling. I think anytime you're given a great responsibility, which is what I got with being able to adapt Stephen King's fantastic novel to the screen, and something preceded me, I just approach it with humility. But I also then just approach it with the same level of love of character, commitment to doing the good work and the hard work, but then looking at it, in the contemporary day and saying, wow, how could I make the best use of this material? And for me, that was deepening the mother-daughter relationship and the story, and making sure that we started, which is a new scene, with a love affair between the mother and the daughter and a great feud. Also bringing that to a great climax. For me, it was you making sure that the revenge tale was satisfying and that you got behind it and you cheered for Carrie.
How does the fact that Chloe is as young as she is help the performance?
Well, I think what was interesting about Chloe being the age that she was simply that in some ways she didn't have a lot of life experiences, so I had to give those to her. But in other ways, being that age means that she still is very much a daughter to her mother, so she's vulnerable in that way. It also means that she is being asked to prom, which actually happened as we were getting ready to shoot the prom scene. So these experiences are new and they're fresh and they're just unfolding. And so I have to take them in and help manage them with her so that we, at the end of the day, create a character, because we're trying to move from Chloe into Carrie.